Imagine entering a manufacturing plant with little to no lighting. Machinery is running just as it should. Raw materials are being manufactured into a finished product, all with almost no people around. What's the answer? Robots. Robotics has changed the way that we manufacture all of our goods today. Standard definition by Lexico Dictionary describes a robot as simply a machine resembling a human being and able to replicate certain human movements and functions automatically. Robots have increased the efficiency in all modern manufacturing plants. They're able to process more material than humans can and in less time. Robots have affected us all in some way, whether you've bought anything off the shelf that's been made or processed by a robot, or whether you're in Kentucky Fame and have actually had your hands on a robot. Being in Kentucky Fame and have been working in an industrial manufacturing plant for the past 2 years, I've been exposed to many robots. I've learned how to fix, work on them, program them, and apply them to an industrial manufacturing process. I'm going to explain the 4 ways of how robots have had an influence on manufacturing. This is, they've increased production, reduced manufacturing costs, filled in for dangerous working conditions, and they've educated unskilled labor. The first way that robots have changed modern manufacturing is by increasing production. In many ways, they have increased production, which includes high precision, accuracy, repeatability, and less downtime. Robots, compared to humans, have an ability of higher throughput, which means that they can process more material in the same time frame as humans. They work off precise points which are programmed into the brain of the robot, which allows the robot to follow these points, and it's able to do that with very high speed. Robots are very accurate. They can get to the same spot within a couple thousandths of an inch. Robots are able to repeat this process all day long without errors. Unlike humans, robots do not get tired, they don't need breaks, and they don't go home after an 8-hour day of work. As a result, less downtime is needed. Because of this, more time is available to manufacture goods and to get more products out the door and onto the shelves. Acentica, a leader in industrial robotic technology for over 36 years, states that robots can be programmed to operate 24/7 in lights-out situations for continuous production. Acentica proves how robots work longer without the need of breaks or pauses. Now keep in mind the lights-out situation, as I'll be discussing this a little bit more in my next point. Now my next point, how robots have changed modern manufacturing, is by reducing manufacturing costs. Ever since the introduction of robots, the cost to manufacture any good or service has gone down. Robots are significantly cheaper to run than humans. Carl H. Ebel, a published author and expert on automated manufacturing who has written over 7 articles that have been peer-reviewed by the International Labor Review, states that, for example, each worker in the automotive industry costs about $23 to $24 an hour in wage and benefits. The average robot does the same work for about $6 an hour, including depreciation and maintenance. Ebel explains how the price to run a robot is about a fourth of the price that it takes to pay a human a wage to do the same work. Back to what I was saying about the lights out situation. Because robots run on precise points instead of on light sensors, manufacturers are able to turn the lights off and to save money on electricity. My third point on how robots have changed modern manufacturing is by reducing the number of life-threatening jobs. Because of robots, jobs that consist of dangerous working environments have been brought down tremendously. Operator jobs in manufacturing are often very repetitive and a lot of times very dangerous. Workers are using the same exact muscles every single day to perform their job. A lot of times this gives them muscle cramps and a lot of pain for those operators by the time they go home for the day. Workers often quit within a year, whether because of how repetitive their job is from getting so bored from it, or whether they're going home and getting all these cramps every single day. Yukio Hasguana, a professor for the Institute of Solid-State Physics at the University of Tokyo, proves this when he states, "They will save many unhappy workers from dangerous, monotonous, or tedious working conditions. The industrial robot is a new type of slave." Hasguana proves why robots should be in place of humans in these dangerous and repetitive jobs. Because robots are a machine and not a human, it does not feel pain. Robots do not care how many times they do the same exact task. It will do it all day long, pain-free. Along with repetitive work, robots have kept humans out of dangerous work. Since the introduction of robots, human risk to injury has gone way down. Because some jobs in manufacturing are dangerous in nature, manufacturers have deployed robots in place of humans in these dangerous jobs. The fourth and final point I would like to discuss how robots have changed modern manufacturing is they've educated unskilled labor. Robots are the reason why unskilled operators have actually gotten educated to be trained maintenance technicians. Because robots need maintenance, the need for maintenance techs has gone up tremendously. Because the demand for these service technicians has increased and the supply is still very low, businesses are actually paying for the education for these technicians to become trained service technicians. Now these technicians are getting free education and getting a higher paid job, which in turn gives them a better lifestyle and gives them more financial stability. Kentucky Fame is just one of many programs that is doing just this. This is my reason for attending Gateway, as I'm in Kentucky Fame. My company has decided to invest in me and my education to become a trained service technician. Now, automated manufacturing has just shifted the need for work. Robots have not eliminated the need for work. Now that you know about the basics of how robots have changed modern manufacturing, let's review what I've discussed today. Today I've informed you on how robots increase production, reduce manufacturing costs, substitute human lives in dangerous working conditions, and educate unskilled labor. The introduction of automated manufacturing has forever changed the way that we manufacture all of our goods today. They've made it possible to produce more products and in less time, cheaper, with using less resources. Robots are the ones to thank for being able to keep up with the ever-changing demand in products that we all consume today. So next time that you buy something off the shelf, and think about how that product has come in some interaction with a robot.